No, the Psychic surprised on the other side. Yeah, the Bolt player did not prize 3 Psychic. That would be terrible. But we do have Gardevoir going first. The Pheasant Dippity Star on the other side. Not terrible. Not that big of a deal. Immediately into Vessel, get rid of Psychic. Probably go get a Psychic and a Dark here. I do see a Monkey Dory in the hands. So starting to establish the Dark energy on the Monkey Dory as soon as possible would be good. Of course, we want to try and get a Ralts down this turn as well. Trying to look for that turn 2 Gardevoir. There's a good chance that we get Badooed on the Dragapult side. So then just starting to evolve it up through the Curlia is what we're going to be looking for. Getting a Ralts down would be nice. And ideally, hopefully, we have a Draw Supporter in hand. I do see an Ultra Ball in hand, so that might get played here. And like I said, I do think I see that Monkey Dory in there as well. So we get like a Psychic and Dark, and then Ultra Ball away the Psychic and something else to continue to probably get a Ralts out of our deck, something like that. There's an Ultra Ball by Psychic, and looks like Gardevoir might be getting discarded here as well. Okay, and I assume Ralts will be the take here. I'm trying to think of like what else would be worth grabbing, but we see the Ralts getting lined up, which does make sense here. Trying to get to the Gardevoir as soon as possible. There's that Ralts grab. Monkey Dory. And there's the pass back over. Iono in the hand for next turn. Doesn't look like a super hot start here on the Dragapult side. I do see that Ursaluna in the hand, I believe. Lining up an Ultra Ball here to go get a Dreepy, I assume. Thinking about keeping the Ursaluna, but giving up on the Hawlucha. I feel like the Hawlucha makes a little bit more sense to keep. We got a TM Evo in the hand as well, so we could attach that active and then play the Iono. And we're hoping for a lot of basic Pokemon, but there's 2 Poffins prize, so the chance that we're going to be able to get like a pretty wide bench here is not likely. So we're just hoping to find as many Dreepies as possible. And what was the ace spec in this one? Is it the Crystal? I think it is the Crystal, right? Crystal is the ace spec. I don't see Jamming Towers. We also have like a Defiance Band in here as well. Are there any crazy expensive cards in Japan like how Chromatics were 60? I don't think right now. I assume they learned from their mistake with that as well, probably, and are not going to be doing that anymore. I guess the only thing to think about here, to be honest, is like, do you ever not attach to TM Evo so you can find Rescue Board and then Rescue Board into Badoo yourself? Probably not. You probably just commit the TM Evo active and play for Dracloaks. It is so important, but we'll see. Drop it down. Yeah, just go and commit the TM Evo active. I think that makes the most sense. And then Iono. Looking for at least one more Dreepy and an Energy. Decent odds for both of those here. But nothing's guaranteed. Let's see what is pulled. There's a Dreepy. No Energy. There's a Dracloak for the next turn. But this is pretty slow here. Very slow here. Pass over. I see a Gardevoir in hand. Do not see a... what can I do? Ooh, Gardevoir and Nitrich are going to the discard pile. I see the third Gardevoir in the deck. I'm assuming, of course, that there's more recovery in the deck as well. The question is, do you want to go for the Curlia, or do you want to potentially give yourself the out of Candy Gardevoir? Goes immediately for the Curlia here, so it's going to give up on the potential of the Candy Gardevoir, it looks like, which doesn't seem terrible. Also has Artisan in hand. And a Dark Energy. So getting another Monkey Dory established would be pretty good here. Also has a Bravery Charm, which I'm going to guess that it ends up on the Badoo here. Just to protect it from getting just like ran over in the late game. Or mid game. We'll see though where it ends up. Dark Energy, of course, is going to end up on the Monkey Dory. Bravery Charm too. Yeah, just the Badoo. And then there's the research. 7 new cards. We're looking for, honestly, nothing really in particular that I can think of. Looks like that's the Gardevoir in the hand there. So Badoo for 10. Honestly, this board state is looking pretty good. We have double Monkey Dory established, so we'll be able to play around potentially spawn trapping Duskulls as they hit the bench and stuff like that. We did give the Artisan over to the other side here. Duskulls, more Duskulls and Dreepers will be on the way through that. You do see the double Gardevoir in the discard pile here. So I wonder if you ever like aggressively go out of your way to try and use Badoo to stop like Night Treasures and Super Rods from recovering Gardevoir. You just assume your opponent plays 3 Gardevoir. Probably it seems like 3 Gardevoir EX is the norm in general. So you know there's like 1 left, but it might be a little bit harder to find. Immediately into the INO, doesn't even consider using the Arvin. Wait, interesting. Just into the INO, just wants to see cards. Hasn't used the Dracloak yet either. There's the energy for turn, which will be nice. There's a Badoo, but no rescue board. Dracloak, we still have the Artisan to work with as well. Countercatcher Fire, not great. Fire to Dracloak will be fine, though. But is this where our Dracloaks start to get kind of spawn trapped, potentially? There, we're into the Artisan here. Do we ever go for the Duskull, or do we just commit to more Dreepies here is the question now. Dreepies have been passed by at this point. It looks like Duskull is being eyed up. Yeah, Duskull is found here, put on the bench. The Gardevoir that we just had in our last hand went to the bottom of the deck as well. I guess that's worth mentioning here. We do have the rescue board for the active, so I guess we could Badoo. Oh, yeah, there's the Badoo as well. Honestly, it might be hard to find a Gardevoir EX now at this point. We had a chance to start to be aggressive. Oh, wait, is the Gardevoir EX in hand now? Wait, what was in the other hand then? I thought that was the Gardevoir EX. Unless they play 4 Gardevoir EX. Unless that's not a Gardevoir EX. Into the Artisan. 4 Gardevoir EX would be kind of crazy, to be honest. I don't hate it, though. Yeah, I can't tell what that card is, to be honest. Another Ralts being grabbed here. All right, well, I assume it's not Gardevoir EX if we're discarding it. It is the Clefairy. Okay, so not even going to put it in play. Just going to discard it. Worry about it later. 2 Night Treasures gone at this point. Another one discarded there with that research. And what do we got? We got the Guardy EX. That feels pretty good. Yeah, how do you go from here? What do you do from here? You could put 3 energy on your Gardevoir. Monkey Dory, 3 damage off the Badoo. And then you'd be able to punch whatever gets pushed to the active there. Which I have to imagine is Duskull, but actually I don't even know for sure if it would be a Duskull. You could also, actually, you could KO the Duskull and the Badoo here. You could KO the Badoo. We got 4 on the Gardevoir right now. Or are we going to Badoo KO the Badoo instead? Ooh, okay, that's interesting, actually. Badoo KO the Badoo, continue the item lock. Ooh, okay, okay. Could have gone for 2 prize cards this turn. Could have gone for 2 prize cards this turn. Instead, maintain the item lock. Just kind of chill out a little bit. Keep our board clear of damage. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. All right, Artisan coming into play here. Or Dreepies or Duskulls on the way. It is Duskull. Serendipity is also going to be around to take advantage of. We have no items this turn at all. Only 2 seconds. This probably you can only get 40 on Gardevoir. Oh, that's true. I guess the Duskull could never be taken care of, to be honest. Yeah. Just got up. I think I was going to the Days round 4 when I laid down. Where are we now? This is it. This is the finals. Duskull and Droopy acquired. We're attacking with Dragapult this turn, though, is the real question. Bristol committed to the Dracloak. And then Iono. 6 and 5 here. The finals is... It's best of 1, but did they give them 5 more minutes or something? Because it only says 20. It still says 24 minutes on the timer. I feel like they give them like 5 more minutes in Top Cut, actually. There's the Dracloak. There's the Dragapult. I assume that's what we're looking for here. We could also pop the Dusclops so we can go KO Active plus KO Monkey Dory. I feel like we can't wait forever here as the Dragapult player. I think we got to get aggressive now. Seems like they're debating it, though. Just into the Dreepy. TM Evo. Just going to go for the TM Evo instead. What are we evolving here? It's so much time. I'm actually... going for a Dusclops and another Dracloak. Okay. They are setting up for like a potentially really, really powerful turn. Just go for a kind of like board wipe. Pop a couple Nors. Maybe a Clops. Maybe a Clops and a Nor. And then Iono plus attack with Dragapult is what they're setting up for here. Which could be pretty... I mean, yeah. I mean, that's how you can try and take over the game. How you can try and make the comeback here. I am curious to see if we just see... I mean, we could just see Badoo go down again. We could just see Badoo again. This ball coming in first. What do we even go for here? Is the Bolt in hand could have evolved the crystal into it? Yeah, could have done the play, but it looks like just setting up for like a big pop a couple Nors plus play Iono combo is like what the setup is here. Maybe feed another prize card. We'll see if another prize card gets taken. Kill Dracolook with Crystal. That's going to be hard in this situation, if not impossible, it feels like, to be honest. No room. Well, now we put Mew on the bench, so we have no room for Screamtail. And I doubt the Guardy player plays Boss. It seems like no one plays Boss in Gardevoir right now. Bravery Charm here. Thinking about putting it on the Mew. I mean, that seems pretty good to me to throw it on the Mew. Rethinking it a little bit, it looks like. Ends up with it on the Ralts instead. And there's an Iono. Continue to cycle through the deck. Okay. I mean, the question is are we attacking this turn, I guess? Well, drawing a prize card, I guess. We're going to at the very least attack with Badoo. Yeah, at the very least, we're going to attack with Badoo. Ooh. Okay. Monkey Dory number 1 to move the damage off the Badoo. Okay, I think they're going to stay behind the Badoo here. If you're putting it on the active, I don't think you're getting very aggressive this turn. There we go. Just punch for 10. Just chilling. Item lock again. Taking his time. Loke. There's another Loke off the Loke. I don't know if there's a Dragapult in hand. Boss found as well. The boss seems pretty powerful here. Not sure if they took Boss or Tatsugiri there. There's a Dragapult in hand. Evolves the bench one. Has a Fire Energy in hand as well, so you get attached to the bench Dracloak and then retreat the active Dracloak to the Dragapult and start attacking. The thing is, if we don't attack, what are we... I'm just like curious, what are we waiting for? Like, what is going to be the point where we would start attacking? Okay, well, it looks like decided that's enough time. Let's get aggressive. Has boss, has... You could KO double Monkey Dory here, which would be interesting, to be honest. Goes after the Mew, though, so you can KO Mew and Monkey Dory, which does seem pretty good, to be honest. Looks like not going to pop any of the Dusclops here. It's going to load up some damage on the bench instead. Spreads it out. 1-1-1-2. The Iono off the prize cards could be pretty big. That's a good pull there. Everything else not too relevant at this point. 4 prizes remaining for Guardy, though. I think it is 5. Is it not 5? Only KOing a Badoo, I believe, right? All right, we're into the secret box. I feel like Iono is going to be pretty good here. Iono and maybe Kalefuss and Dippity with Screamtail? Or has to remain for Guardy, though, if he used Dusclops. Oh, okay, okay. I see what you're saying. Oof. Zengardi, gotta do it. You need the draw power. Iono counter catcher found. I don't believe you can play the counter catcher here, though. Third Monkey Dory, search out of the deck and put into play. Once again, bench locking. But if we have the Dark Energy for it, I mean, why not make everything or set up as much as possible is what I mean to say. Where's the Clefairy? It's in the discard pile, I believe. There's also 2 Night Stretcher in the discard pile as well, so recovering it might be pretty difficult, to be honest. Going for the counter catcher, goes after the Dusclops before value can be made out of it, but honestly, I feel like you're okay with that as the Dragapult player here, to be honest. Run to Badoo. Okay, interesting. It's the energy in the discard pile. We can use that later for more energy. Loads all of it onto the Gardevoir. We can't quite KO the Dusclops. We are threatening it. Interesting, interesting. Ooh, excuse me. Wait, did we get the KO? Am I trolling? Oh, we have triple Monkey Dory. Holy smokes. Never mind, we're cooking. I didn't realize we had 3 of them. I thought we had 2. I was like, all right, we don't get the KO here. That's fine. Remove a Dusclops plus item lock. Honestly, that seems pretty good. That is pretty good. Triple Dory. The whole squad. The cooked one is Azul. Get some rest, buddy. We're almost done. We're almost done. Gotta finish this final match. Run the giveaway. Go get some sleep. Another Dusclops put on the bench. Going in with the Dracloaks, Energy and Defiance Band. Defiance Band doesn't seem particularly good. Seems okay. Artisan found, but that's already in play. You can account the resources. Price cards tied 4-4. 14 minutes left, so it seems like plenty of time. Seems like plenty of time. Seems like plenty of time. Okay, we're still cooking. Dusknoir established. This Dusclops is going to be kind of a free prize card to the Guardy side here coming up, to be honest. Dracloak established. Is that going to become an evolution? Are we going to evolve it to the Dragapult? Does the Guardy have Super Rod? I'm not sure, actually. He's down 2 Night Stretchers. I don't know about any other Night Stretchers or Super Rod, though. Sequence is normally correct first. Fez or Dracloak? Fez. There's some insane cooking going on. Alright, knockout on the Badoo. 3 prize cards remaining. Gotta spread the damage somewhere. Looks like splitting it up evenly. Or just about. Alright, over to the Gardevoir side of things. I think this is where you would like to be able to just go Clefairy knockout, I think. I guess you could just win as a Dragon Ball player on the next turn, though, if that happens. Buddy Poffin. Not many options. 1 Iona left. There was a Badoo in there. Not going for the Badoo play. Do they have a way to get the... I mean, Clefairy Iona seems okay here, but honestly, even that, I do see an Iona in hand. They have the Iona in hand. Going for the Morty's Conviction, though. Not going for the Iona. I'm 5 cards. You better not be punching. Okay, they got the counter catcher going after the Dusknoir. Okay, okay. I was like, you better not be punching a Dragapult here. I feel like you're going to lose if you do that. So they got the KO on the Duskull on the bench, taking away any Dusknoir possibility. That's pretty good. And then they'll get the KO on the active Dusknoir here. Go down to 2 prize cards remaining. And that means they're just 1 knockout away on a Dragapult from winning this game. And they just need Clefairy to do that. I don't know how much Pokemon recovery they have left, but I don't know. They seem to be setting up pretty well here, to be honest. To close this one out. Looks like thinking about playing... If we bench something, though, we're bench locking ourselves. I don't know if we want to bench lock ourselves. There we go. Knock out the Dusknoir. It's been very well played so far. I feel like on the Gardevoir side, things are a little bit shaky. A lot of resources burned initially for very little value. Really start to bring it back together here with the cool Badoo Monkey Dory plays. We see here, once again, a counter catcher plus triple Monkey Dory to completely remove the threats of the Duskulls and Dusknoirs. No item lock this time around, but you know Dragapult's going to be the thing coming up to match you, but there's nothing else to go with it. It literally is just Dragapult, right? There's no Dusclops, no Dusknoir, nothing else to go with it to make it even more threatening, have like that much bigger of a turn. So now on the Dusknoir side, or on the Dragapult side of things, excuse me, yeah, I think you got to find Iono. You got to Iono, punch the active, hope there's no Clefairy. I think that's like basically all we got here to line up. But this seems pretty tough to deal with for sure at this point. I just have one Stretcher prized. Okay, so the question is, how many Stretcher do they play? Because there's 2 in the discard pile already. There's no Cleffa or Clefairy. The Clefairy's in the deck. Oh, no, it plays Clefairy, but the Clefairy got discarded earlier, so we need to recover it here or something like that. Yeah, we need to find the recovery. Otherwise, we can't play for a 1-hit, and we have to play for a multi-hit on a Dragapult. Fail on the Buddy Poffin. Oh, I just realized, like, Screamtail here. Oh, man, Screamtail is just like a win condition here. Just KO Pheasantipity, right? Oh, yeah, that's a thing here. Is definitely Screamtail. Fez just goes down. Okay, Fez for 3. Not sure what's being looked for here. No Iono there. No Iono in hand. Hang on, the Lokes are in. Still no Iono. And final Loke here. These are the last 2 cards we're going to see this turn, I think. No Iono. Counter catcher found. That might be able to be played. I don't see an Iono in the hand. There's a lot of bling in there, though, so it's a little bit hard to tell. Here goes the Arvin. Not Iono. Is that it? Fine Span Nest Ball searched out. Is this the dub for Guardy? Fine Span to a Dracloak. Counter catcher, one of the Monkey Dories up. Retreat knockouts. A double Monkey Dory doesn't KO Dracloak anymore if that was like a threat. Oh, we're gonna KO with the... So Screamtail still works here though, right? Screamtail I think does still work here. Oh, maybe not actually, because how do we get enough damage in play? Screamtail might not actually work here. With Vessel and Nitrogen being the last 2 prize cards. Okay, let's see this. See what can be done here. Thinking about not signing up Gardevoir here. Off return into Badoo. A lot of energy in hand. Ralts to Curlia. Plays 2 Screamtail, 1 is in discard. I don't think he does. I think it's probably just 1. He might not have access to Screamtail then. Maybe he's a little bit tapped of resources here. Attached to Curlia for turn. We have no Psychic Energy in our discard pile though to retreat the active. I think that feels like a mistake here. I don't believe we have Psychic Energy in our discard pile right here. So we're gonna have to lose a Dark Energy to move this? That doesn't seem very good. We drew Psychic Ultra Ball here. Oh, there is one in there. There is one. Okay, okay. Okay, so it looks like we're not winning this turn. Gardevoir KOs the active Dracloak. You know, accelerating 1 energy. You put it on the bench Mugidori and then move 6 over. I just don't know where we move the 6-2. Moves 3 onto the bench Dracloak. More onto the bench Dracloak. There's a knock on the active. But honestly, this doesn't seem like... Did we get the Night Stretcher off the prize cards is a question actually here that I have. Yeah, what did we get off the prize cards there? If it's Night Stretcher, I'm feeling pretty good, I feel like. Alright, Fetch for 3. We need to find Iono here, I feel like. There's the Iono. That's big, I feel like. Drop the hand. We got our Dragapult set up. It all comes down to, was the Night Stretcher pulled off the prize cards, and now can they find the Night Stretcher on this next turn? Oh, and also, can we evolve our benched Dracloak to Dragapult? I can't forget that. And the answer is yes, the Dracloak does have a Dragapult to go with it. Buddy Puff and fail. Loke. Goes for a Nest Ball. Plays the Nest Ball. Nothing to grab. So it's going to evolve to Dragapult and play Iono. But even at that point, we need our own boss. Okay, there's the Iono. So even if Gardevoir doesn't have a win next turn, if Dragapult doesn't have boss, you're not threatening the win either. Counter catch your boss. That's pretty good. You could counter catch your KO. Just goes for the punch. 2-2-2. But now we drew counter catcher and boss. If they have Iono, shuffle the deck here. The Night Stretcher was pulled off the prize cards. We see it in there on the bottom. What's in the hand, though? Squawkabilly, rare candy. That's it. That's game. Oh, we can confuse with the Monkey Dory. Hold up. The Monkey Dory confusion is on the way. And we don't have it out to the confusion here on the other side. Draft the... Okay. Second Monkey Dory here. Moves off the... Bench Curly to the active. So you got 50 on the active here. Here's the punch, 110. Have game next turn to KO anything on the board. Anything dies on the board here to the Gardevoir. 2 Gust effects in hand for Dragapult, and that is it. Does it literally just come down to a confusion flip? I think it literally comes down to a confusion flip here. But we don't know what the third card is. We don't know what the top deck was. The Mind Bend might save him. Goes into the Artisan. There is the switch in the deck. There's a Tatsugiri in the deck as well. So if you top decked energy, you could go retreat to Tatsugiri, Tatsugiri for Arven, Arven for switch, attach return counter catcher. This goes for the Dreepy. Toss up the Guardy. Here we go. Comes down to a flip. And it was heads. He gets to knock out the last 2 prize cards. And Dragapult gets the dub. Oh, man. Dude, I'm ready to go to bed, chat. Holy smokes.